₹360 महीने से शुरू।
Welcome back, viewers. Let's take a look at what's making headlines. 7 all-party delegations will soon visit key partner nations carrying India's message of zero tolerance to terrorism. Members of parliament leading the 7 delegations include Shashi Tharoor, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Sanjay Kumar Jha, Baijent Panda, Kani Muiz, Supriya Sule and Shrikant Shinde. As the centre publishes the list of who will lead the all-party member delegations, Jairam Ramesh has revealed that the Congress did not submit Shashi Tharoor's name. Instead, the Grand Old Party recommended Anand Sharma, Gaurav Gogoi, Dr. Syed Nasir Hussain and Raja Brar. Jammu and Kashmir State Investigation Agency is conducting searches in multiple locations in North and Central Kashmir to unearth the terror infrastructure. The BSF Jawans on international border destroyed 7 Pakistani posts during the 4-day-long conflict between India and Pakistan. 3 Pakistani army Jawans were killed during this. Additionally, around 18 to 20 terrorists were neutralized. The helicopter of AIIMS Rishikesh Heli Ambulance Service crash-landed in Kedarnath. Due to the damage to the rear part of the helicopter, all passengers are reported to be safe. The BJP is organizing the large Tiranga Yatras across the country from Assam to Gujarat and to Jammu and Kashmir to Karnataka. Senior BJP leaders can be seen leading the rallies where the tricolour is flying high. Mumbai International Airport and Taj Mahal Palace Hotel have received bomb threats. These threats were sent via mail to the Mumbai police. Security agencies have commenced investigation in this threat. Aviation firm Celebi has moved to the Delhi High Court against the Indian government's move to revoke its security clearances in its plea. Celebi Airport Services India claimed the decision was based on vague national security concerns with no specific justification given. Now, viewers, the breaking development that we are learning at this point of time is that the helicopter of AIIMS Rishikesh's Heli Ambulance Service have crash-landed in Kedarnath. Tragic news coming this morning due to damage to the rear part of the helicopter. While a fortunate development has also emerged, all the 3 passengers, 1 doctor, 1 captain, 1 medical staff on the board of the helicopter are reported to be safe. All right, now joining me live on the broadcast is Sanjay Srivastav, joining me live on the broadcast, in fact on the damage that has been inflicted to the wheel of the helicopter, which we can see in the video. It is definitely a kind of emergency situation that engulfed there as it landed in Kedarnath. What are you picking up as far as these details are concerned? Air ambulance has been rushed and the AIIMS Rishikesh helicopter has crash landed in Kedarnath.
देखिए, जो समाचार अभी निकल के आ रहा है उसके अनुसार केदारनाथ में एक मेडिकल इमरजेंसी थी और उस मेडिकल इमरजेंसी के लिए ऋषिकेश के एम्स से एक मेडिकल एम्बुलेंस उड़ा और वह केदारनाथ में पहुंचने से पहले जमीन से लगभग 100 मीटर ऊपर था। उसमें तकनीकी खराबी आ गई। बताते हैं कि इंजन में कोई प्रॉब्लम थी जिससे इंजन काम करना बंद कर दिया और वह जमीन पे गिरने से पहले ही क्रैश कर गया। लेकिन गुड न्यूज ये है कि कोई कैजुअलिटी नहीं हुई है। इसलिए ये कहा जा सकता है कि इस बात की भी जांच होनी चाहिए कि पहाड़ों पे जो ये सिंगल इंजन के हेलीकॉप्टर चल रहे हैं क्या पहाड़ के लिए सही है कि नहीं। जी।
Well, all right, Sanjay, thank you very much for sharing these latest updates. Now joining me live on the broadcast is Group Captain UK Devnath, who's a defense expert. Appreciate you joining me on the telecast, sir, as in fact this is a very worrying incident that has been reported as it poses threat and concern to the safety of the passengers who are now going to be visiting Kedarnath, as large numbers would be seeing, as the crowd will also soar Sir, what are you in fact gearing up for the understanding about the safety of such helicopters that are being operated and sent across these regions, as details are also emerging that concerns are in fact often raised on the kind of helicopters that are being driven across this region?
Oh yes, definitely. The real reason for this accident or incident will be known only after DGCA carries out a thorough investigation. However, by my experience, I would like to say that all helicopters, when they are offered for flying, are technically 100% fit for flying. If the flight engineer or the ground engineers have an iota of doubt about unserviceability of that helicopter, it is not offered for flying. Many times such accidents in hilly terrain may happen because maybe the pilot was inexperienced, but they are highly qualified normally. Sometimes what happens that there are in hills there are phenomena called updraft or downdraft, wherein wind suddenly goes up and then suddenly comes down. So if the helicopter gets trapped in the downward portion of the wind, then it is pushed down towards the ground, and pilot has to immediately come up on the collective, that is the engine speed, to arrest that sudden downward movement of the helicopter. It takes a lot of skill, lot of experience, lot of judgment. In this instance, since rotor blades are turning, it appears that maybe the engine was fine. But we must appreciate the pilot that he managed to keep some semblance, though he knew that he is going to touch down short of landing. That means instead of helipad, he will touch the ground a little before helipad. He managed to cushion the landing at last moment, thereby avoiding any massive structural damage to the main part of the helicopter. We can only see that only the tail boom is broken. Good news is that everyone is safe. Yes.
Well, absolutely. As this incident is concerned, the good news definitely is that there are no casualties, while the larger part of the worry remains centered on that incident only. And also Wing Commander Praful Bakshi is joining me live on the broadcast. Sir, appreciate you joining me on the broadcast, as in fact there are concerns on whether or not this kind of a helicopter or any kind of a craft which has not cleared any security clearances or the guidelines is safe to be driven and flown here as well. But what remains to be concerning is the inquiry part of this crash, which will look into the matters which can avoid further occurrence of such accidents. Your thoughts, Mr. Bakshi?
Thank you, Simran. I am the accident investigator also. I have investigated a number of crashes in the hills also. I would like to tell you that the primary reports are saying that his tail section got damaged in the air. Now, what does it mean? I mean, this statement has come. So we have to ascertain, and why should the tail section come off? Now, if the engine was running and if the pilot does the auto rotation, and all pilots are expert in auto rotation, means when the engine has failed, you rotate the aircraft in such a way that you keep building the lift through the rotor, and then you manage to put it down. If that was happened, the pilot must have put it down. But when the report is coming that the tail section was damaged in the air, what does it mean? Did it hit a high tension cable? That could be a possibility if there are cables. But why should there be a cable next to the landing ground of Kedarnath? That also has to be investigated. So these things are there. Yes, the Devnath had just brought out about the updraft, downdraft. But besides that, there are mountain waves very close to if the mountain waves also create a lot of vibration and sudden downdraft also. So that also could be there, but it was quite away from the mountain peak, so that chance is quite bleak. But if the aircraft has landed in this manner, where no other damage, even undercarriage has taken place, so we have to investigate, and it did not make a landing on the helipad, as you can make out. It has landed short of helipad on either side, just a little high ground around the stones. So
Yes.
we have to see now, did the engine fail or what happened, or did it hit the cable? And of course, the pilot will tell you what had happened. So there is nothing very secret about it. But one thing has to be there, that DGCA must make inspecting teams who are to inspect all these agencies who are running for private helicopters and private aircraft. This point I brought out earlier also, that their inspection is a must. A lot of private agencies take shortcuts in maintenance, in various other things. We have to do that. And the point of using twin engine helicopters, especially in the hills and in the sensitive work like air ambulance, or probably carrying out some other passengers in difficult areas, that has to be studied also. So this requires a deep study by the DGCA. Let us see what they come about. But at the moment, an honest inquiry is required. Everybody is safe. Everybody can make the statement. So there is no hurry and there is no hassles.
Well, all right, Mr. Bakshi, and in fact, UK Captain Group Devnath, thank you very much for sharing more updates and your take. All right, Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha has visited the border area in the Tanghar sector in Kupwara and assessed the damage that has been caused by the cross-border shelling from Pakistan. He has interacted with local residents in this area. Remember, viewers, that the Pakistani army had opened fire at civilians and deliberately targeted them last week. 16 innocent lives have been lost due to this. All right, Ajay Jandial, my colleague, is joining me live on this. Ajay Jandial, very crucial security meeting, and as now after that, Jammu and Kashmir LG Manoj Sinha has assessed the damage that has been inflicted in the very remote and sensitive sites. And when we speak about the Tanghar sector, this is the visit that has come by the LG of Jammu and Kashmir this morning. What are you picking up? What more details can you add?
Yes, LG Manoj Sinha himself is moving from one to another border line of control area to ensure that the people, those who have suffered a lot of casualties and damage to their properties and houses, that has to be properly checked, assessed, and then they'll be able to basically provide them best, we can say compensation and other whatever they are required. No doubt that those who have lost their life, they will not be able to return them, but definitely those who are left behind, those who are the sufferer, their family members has to be properly taken care of. That is what LG Manoj Sinha is going, and he's visiting the Tanghar sector line of control, where Pakistan have intentionally targeted the civilians of that area. In Uri, Tanghar, Rajouri, Poonch, these were the most affected areas because of the Pakistani shelling. So he's meeting the people and definitely sharing their pains, and also paying tribute to the those who have lost their life. But also LG is ensuring that he himself go to the ground situation to see that what can be done for the people, those who have those who have suffered heavy casualties and heavy damage because of the Pakistani shelling.
All right, Ajay, thank you very much for more details. Now, viewers, in a bit to clearly articulate India's stance on terrorism originating from Pakistan to the international community, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led BJP government is launching a significant global outreach initiative. The initiative will see the deployment of 7 all-party delegations who will soon visit the key partner nations, carrying our shared message of zero tolerance against terrorism. Now, members of the parliament from different parties, prominent political personalities and distinguished diplomats will also be a crucial part of each delegation. The members of the parliament leading the 7 delegations include Shashi Tharoor, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Sanjay Kumar Jha, Baijant Panda, Kani Mui, Supriya Sule and Shrikant Shinde. Meanwhile, Shashi Tharoor has stated that he is honoured by the invitation of the Government of India to lead an all-party delegation to the 5 key capitals to present our nation's point of view on the recent events. He has emphasized that when national interest is involved and his services are required, he will not be found waiting. Anand Singh is joining me live on the broadcast with more details. Anand, as a controversy has also brewed over the name finalization of Shashi Tharoor, a final tweet has come as a response of Tharoor's name being finalized from the opposition side of the MPs to be constituted as a very crucial part of the delegation of the Indian politicians to be visiting the key partner nations. What are you picking up as far as there is a discontent in the Congress seemingly looming large due to this issue?
Yes, Simran, look, just now Jairam Ramesh, who is also Congress General Secretary and party's communication in charge, he clearly stated that the government yesterday asked Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, who is the leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha and leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, to share 4 names to send as a member of the all-party delegation to different countries to present India's case in front of the world that how Pakistan has carried out terror attacks in Pahalgam. So similarly, Rahul Gandhi, after discussing with Mallikarjun Kharge, had sought a letter to Kiran Rijiju suggesting 4 names. But Jairam Ramesh clearly stated that we were very honest on our part as the government asked for 4 names and we gave them the 4 names. But government, we were completely surprised the way in which the government today released the names of the 7 leaders who will be leading the delegation to different countries. And clearly, we mentioned that the government was not honest on its part and it was some mischievous activity that was taken up. So clearly, Congress is completely messed with the government, the way in which it decided to include the name of Shashi Tharoor, who no doubt is one of the senior leaders of the Congress party. And the Congress party clearly stated that we are not going to change the names that we had suggested to the government. The 4 names that we have given, we will stay with that and we will continue with it. Back to you.
Well, absolutely. In fact, Anand, I'll request you to kindly stay on, as Jairam Ramesh has clarified that there are few decisions that are taken into consideration when the Congress decides on specific policies. He has stated while commenting on the controversy when being asked about the name that have been finalized by the Congress, which have not been taken up by the BJP for sending to the partner nations on India's stand against terrorism. Jairam Ramesh has stated that talks between the ruling party and the opposition parties are based on trust. He has emphasized that the Congress were asked 4 names and then they gave the 4 names. He has claimed this is not politics of honesty on the part of the BJP. He also then stated that even as India is sending an all-party delegation, this should happen with honesty and not with the defaming grand old party. He further then hit out at the centre, stating that the Congress does not want to convene special session of the parliament. Anand, in fact, now Jairam Ramesh's reply in response to the centre defaming the Congress is in fact emerging. Centre should convene all-party meeting is what Jairam Ramesh's call has been, urging the centre to now look into the demands of what the Congress has been making. What are you picking up in this regard?
Yes, Simran, look, the way in which Jairam Ramesh today clearly stated that how the Congress party, which was asked for 4 names and it gave 4 names and Congress was completely honest on that part. And he clearly stated that it may be possible that government had already decided its delegation before speaking to Mallikarjun Kharge and even leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi. And he then mentioned that how the grand old party maintained the secrecy of 4 names and no names were discussed during the call when Kiran Rijiju had called Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge and also Rahul Gandhi. So the party suggested 4 names to the Kiran Rijiju, who is also the Parliamentary Affairs Minister. So clearly, he said that the way in which the government has tried to create this trust deficit, this is clearly visible, and he then demanded that the government to hold a special session of the parliament to be convened and Prime Minister must answer there. And he also clearly stated that the resolution that was adopted in the parliament in 1994 over POK, that resolution must be once again taken up. And then he also mentioned that the Congress party once again put the demand forth to hold an all-party meeting to be chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And he also said that during the two last all-party meetings, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi was not available in those meetings, and one of the meetings went on for around 2 hours, while the another one went for 70 minutes, in which Rajnath Singh, who is the Defence Minister, he had briefed the all-party meeting. So clearly, why the Prime Minister is not coming to the all-party meeting? This is the demand that the Congress party has put forth, and he then states that the Congress will continue with its program of Jai Hind Sabhas across the country over Operation Sindoor, and the way in which US President Donald Trump, not once but 7 times, he has said that he was the person who mediated the ceasefire between India and Pakistan. So clearly they are going to question Prime Ministers and government silence on that part. And similarly, the Congress party will also keep on questioning the government on several key issues. As he stated clearly that the narrative of the Vishwa Guru has now vanished, and the way in which the leadership, the iron leadership that was shown by Indira Gandhi, is not being shown by the current government. Back to you.
Well, all right, Anand. Thank you very much for adding these details. Meanwhile, leaders from across the political spectrum are reacting to the centre's decision of taking the all-party MPs to abroad. Now, let's listen in.
हमने पत्र लिखकर उनको पूरा समर्थन दिया है इसको कि हम भी हमारे सांसद जरूर जाएंगे साथ में। हमने अपने कुछ नाम भी भेजे थे। ये एक मुहिम ऐसी है जो पूरी राष्ट्र की मुहिम है, किसी एक पार्टी या किसी सरकार की नहीं है, देश।
ठीक है ना, ये जहाँ तक मुझे याद है इससे पहले भी शायद पार्लियामेंट के हमले के बाद अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी साहब की हुकूमत में इसी तरह जब वो ऑपरेशन परिक्रमा रखा गया था, उस दौरान भी कुछ पार्लियामेंट्री डेलीगेशंस जो हैं वो कई मुल्कों में भेजे गए थे। तो आज भी बाकी जो अहम मुल्क हैं, इम्पोर्टेंट कंट्रीज़ हैं, उन्हें अपने मुल्क की, यहाँ हिंदुस्तान की जो बात है, हमारा जो मौक़िफ़ है, वो उनके सामने रखने का एक अच्छा मौका है। इसमें तमाम पार्टीज़ जो हैं, बड़ी पार्टीज़, उनके नुमाइंदे इन डेलीगेशंस में होंगे और वहाँ जाके बात करेंगे।
Under the leadership of Modi ji, our soldiers taken a bold steps and attacked Pakistan in their country only. And regarding, instead of all that, unnecessarily Pakistan creating a mispropaganda against the Karnataka, against the India. So for that purpose, to counter that, there is a lot of mistakes on part of the Pakistan, lot of default on the part of the Pakistan. They are always encouraging terrorists, and Polgan attack against 26 people, that is also instigated by the Pakistan with a terrorist attack. That is there is a almost in the rule of the Pakistan is proved, prima facie it is proved. For that purpose, to all these details has to be disclosed in the world, global. For that purpose, Modi ji, even after so many attacks, and it is appreciated by everybody, now Modi ji has sending the all-party delegations to the different countries, particularly Muslim countries also, and even Europe countries and other countries, Asian countries. They are deploying important leaders, all-party leaders, to the concerned countries to explain why India has taken all these bigger steps and attacked Pakistan, what is behind back, and what defaults Pakistan did for all the long years. Everything has to explain to those countries diplomacy. For that purpose, it is a diplomatic handling by the Modi ji government. It is in the history of the India, this type of diplomacy did not take a place in the earlier years. So it is a Modi ji plan, Modi ji target.
देखिए ये ठीक है, ये पहले भी हमारा रहा है। हम लोग जब विदेश में जाते हैं तो, और खासकर महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दों पे, हमेशा सर्वदलीय ग्रुप जाता है, वो जाएगा वहां बात करेगा। और इतना भी मैं बता दूं कि कई बार मैं भी मल्टी पार्टी ग्रुप्स में गया हूं, खैर किसी क्राइसिस में तो नहीं गया हूं, लेकिन वैसे गया हूं। और जब भी मैं गया हूं, वहां हम लोगों ने जो हमें भारत सरकार ब्रीफ करती है, जो हमें बताती है, वही बात हम लोग करते हैं।
The government of India, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, started all-out fight against terrorism across the globe, and to strengthen the position of the country as well as create a consciousness regarding terrorism and this kind of heinous activities. Union government has started this thing, and I believe this will definitely help the entire globe from saving the mankind from these terrorist attacks, saving the mankind from this cancerous disease that is terrorism. Comes to something related to the dignity, to the respect of the country, definitely there should not be any party, any creed or any caste, and everybody should come together, and that has been reflected in this work done by Narendra Modi. Definitely, like they will visit different heads of the countries, and the message India is giving against terrorism, that will be well discussed across the globe, and I believe that will help the entire mankind to save itself from that kind of